If I scroll down a little bit here, you see my tasks and calendar items. Okay, we synchronize that with Outlook, we synchronize that with Lotus Notes. So if you're using that today, we can already synchronize information. So if you have a reminder, you will be reminded when you log into Salesforce as well as on your email client. Okay, this is just to make sure that whatever you do for the accounts for your customers, it's visible in Salesforce. You don't have to constantly report to your bosses. What are you doing or what have you been doing? And if you go on leave, you don't have to worry about people not knowing what you've done, and they can just follow up from there. Okay, so it saves you time on focusing things that are important, like meeting with the customer, closing more deals, things like that, or running more campaigns, for example. Okay. Okay, so let me move on to the application itself. So earlier, at the start of this presentation or this demo, I actually submitted some information through the form, the contact me form. So let me head on to leads tab here. So leads in this sense could be a prospect. Okay, I'm not sure the terminology may change from company to company, but this is not a customer yet. Somebody who may be interested. So on this tab itself, I can see this is the recent lead that I've looked at. Okay, so you can easily access it. I also have a list of views that I'm working on. For example, it could be my high priority leads. Okay, so I don't need to keep searching for it. Every time I come into this view, okay, I can see all the leads that I need to be working on right now. Okay, without having to have people telling me or my bosses chasing me for it. I can see it. But what I'm going to do now is to click on this today's leads to see what new leads I have today. And I can see John's record here. Let me click on it. Whatever information I've put in at the start of the page has been entered or updated onto Salesforce. There's no one, none of my colleagues filling up this page as I'm talking. It came in straight away. Okay, whether it's about the name, the title, the email address, and so on. And as I said at the start, whatever information you want to capture, it can be captured in here. Okay, it's a 4-step process to create a new field, and it takes less than 10 seconds. Okay, so just imagine how quick you can update this page as an administrator or as a business person. Let me scroll down a little bit. So it's not just about displaying information to you. If I'm maybe like a telemarketer or telesalesperson, I have to follow up with John. Okay, when I speak to him, I find out that he is the decision maker for this process. He has a project defined, and the decision time frame is in the next 1 to 3 months. Okay, so I've selected those information. Let me do a save here. Just take note of this part here. The scoring is actually automatically calculated. Okay, so this can be defined by you. What's important? What's the questions that you want your telesales people to be asking? And then notice that this lead quality here, that visual indicator has updated. So that next time the next person who comes in here can immediately look at the graphic and say, okay, I better work on this. Okay, so things like that, you can easily customize it or just configure it to suit your business needs. Okay. Key objective here is making sure whoever's using this application is productive. Don't have to worry about typing in a lot of notes and then updating all this information. Automate as much as possible. Okay. So that was the details of the leads. But if I go down to this list here, okay, you can see over here that an email has been sent out. Again, this was an automated process. So the moment someone submits a lead or submits an interest in your company or in your products, you send out a personalized information. Okay, how does this email look like? Let's just toggle to this Gmail screen that I have here. Okay, it's this sales support email that I received. Let me open up. Okay, so it says, "Dear John, thank you for reaching out to the company name," and then so on. And you can see that, I am now your account manager. So immediately, whoever's receiving this email say, okay, maybe the account manager was so efficient that he actually sent me an email. Okay, so it's all about perception, all right? So the customer feels good, and it's not dear sir, dear madam. Okay, it's dear John. Okay, so let me close this, and let me head back to Salesforce.